Hi guys, online, do you hear me? Wait, Matade? Good, nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to be talking about closing skills. Who likes closing?
Oh my God.
Okay. So let me ask you something. Let me be quite honest with you. You know, if you're too scared to say the truth, it's okay. Is it easy or is it hard to get somebody to sign a contract? Who thinks here it's hard to close a contract? And all answers are good. Who thinks here it's hard to close a contract?
If you think it's hard to close a contract, it's hard to
A lot
close a
of people
contract.
think it's hard. Okay,
Hard
fair
enough.
enough. And who thinks it's easy?
Think it's easy, it's easy.
I think it's easy once you get in. It's hard to get the appointment.
I'm not talking about somebody just say, yes, I want to sell my $1 million property. How easy is that or how difficult is that?
It's easy.
Okay, you think it's easy?
No, my understanding is if your presentation is good enough, it's not easy.
Yeah. She read.
Makes it easy.
She's well trained.
Skill.
I like that. So, actually, closing is just a natural ending to a conversation. Okay? So, think about it this way. If you are doing the right thing, if you are following what you need to do, isn't it a natural thing to say, yeah, makes sense? Like if you're going to go and buy something, and you know you're going to spend whatever, $5 or $25 or $2,500, but you know you need it. Are you going to think twice when they say you're going to pay cash or credit? Credit. Is it complicated? Real estate is the same. Real estate is exactly the same. Okay. So when it's hard, there's a reason why it's hard. Okay. The reason why it's hard is you are not prepared. And we'll talk about this. So let me ask you something. Is it normal that you get somebody to say no, or I want to think about it? Is it normal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it normal that everything you say, the person says yes?
No.
No, right? So, no, you have to remember that. No is not negative. No is normal. N-O, not N-O-W. N-O, no, is normal. You know which one counts? Which no counts?
The last one.
The one you accept. The minute you accept no,
It's no.
it's no. As long as you're sitting, and as long as you're still talking, nobody can force you. I mean, unless they kick you out of the house. And they tried. I'll tell you a story. Back in maybe 2011, I swear to God, that's a true story. 2010 or 11, I'm at this beautiful couple's house. I know that if I list it, I'm going to sell it. I know it's a hot item. Everybody wants that property. Priced right, you know, decent area. Everybody's looking for that price. At that time, it was $289,000. Okay,
Great product.
it's a great, it's a great product. I want it, and I know, guys. I've learned one thing in my life: the minute I walk out of the door without a contract, I'm not getting that contract. 95% of the chances is I'll never get it. I'm super lucky. I'll have that 5%. I'll get it. The minute you walk out of the house, remember that they're going to say anything to kick you out. Think about it. Tomorrow morning, we'll call you. We want you to be here tomorrow morning. We're going to sign you. They're going to tell you anything to get you out. Yes, when they don't want to sign it. And if you don't know how to handle your objections, I'm telling you, the minute you walk out of the house, you're not getting that contract. So don't go back home hoping, talking to your girlfriend, oh my God, I just saw today. You know, these guys are going to call me next day. They won't. Don't say it to your girlfriend, okay, or boyfriend, or husband, or wife. They'll divorce you. I'm telling you, don't do that. Okay, don't do it. Shut your mouth. How was it? I didn't get it. Even if they said, come back tomorrow morning at 7, we're going to be sitting here and waiting for you. They're not going to call you. And when you're going to call, they're not going to answer. The minute you walk out of the house, you are not getting that contract. So, which no counts? The one you accept. The last one. That's it. Everything else, as long as you're sitting there, you still have a chance. Clear? Okay. So, sorry. Okay. Now let me ask you something. How many categories of sellers do we have, or categories of buyers do we have? Oh, I was making it easier. Gee, see, that one's 4. Like, can I be more clear? Okay. 2. What are those 2? The ones that want to sell and the ones that have to sell. Which ones do you want?
Have to.
What?
That's why you thought there was 4.
What do you mean? Oh, have.
Have to.
No, I thought it's have to. So,
Half? Not half. Don't cut them in half. That's why she got 4. You see? Yeah,
You
half
have to.
here, half there, half here. See, now I get it. Now I understand. So, the important thing is to understand that there are these 2 categories. But how do you know them? How do you know? You know, I'm sitting down with these 2 beautiful people. How do I know they need to sell?
Ask a question.
Pre-qualification.
Okay, so you guys know the 5 steps of listing a property. Remember, guys, I'm gonna hammer them until you understand and actually do them. Can you drive a car without tires?
No.
Can you drive a car without an engine? Can you drive a car without a transmission? How about steering?
No.
There's a system in place. Gas, brakes, transmission, engine. You could drive without water fluid, hopefully if it's not raining or it's not hard. Right? You could do that. You could drive if you haven't changed your oil in some time. But can you drive without a shaft? The answer is no. You can't drive without transmission. You can't drive without an engine. You can't drive without tires. You can't drive without brakes. It's risky, but I'm telling you, you don't want to have an accident. Your brakes better work. Real estate is the same. Real estate is the same. It's 5 steps. Get them through your skulls. Learn them. Apply them. Just please. The faster you'll understand what I'm saying, the faster you will do what I'm saying, the better agent you'll become. Pre-qualify everyone and their mother and their dog. Talk to everybody. You need that pre-qualification. The minute you go on a listing presentation and you've done your steps, you're halfway there. More than halfway there. They're already almost ready to sign with you. When you're missing elements, what does that create? Gaps. Doubts, gaps. You have gaps. You don't know. Why are they selling again? I don't know. Okay, so yeah. You want that price. So where are they going with these? Why are they selling? Now you're gonna have to start redoing everything, and you know, remember that you stay more than half an hour in that place, you're talking. The minute you stay more than half an hour in any place with a seller, you are losing money. You are wasting money, and you are talking instead of doing what? Asking questions. Okay, so you have to understand that sitting in front of a pre-qualified, motivated seller to close is easy. He needs to sell. You know what's happening in his life, where he's moving. It's a divorce, it's a marriage, it's kids, it's school, it's a job transfer. You know why you're there. When you're talking about price, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys a question. A person that needs to leave from Ville Saint Laurent to
New Brunswick.
New Brunswick. Oh, you know what? I'll make it easier than that. I'm not even going to go to New Brunswick. Let me go to Repentigny. He needs to move there. He needs to. Why? Because his kid's school is there. Because his new job is there. Okay? He needs to move. If he needs to move, will price be an issue? When is price an issue?
And there's no motivation.
When there's no motivation. Right? Think about it. So the simple question is this, Evan. Are you going to be, if we cannot sell your property by May, are you planning on moving alone, or would you like to bring the family with you? You're going to have 2 houses. Which ones do you want to keep empty? Oh, I can't keep any of them empty. I need to sell this one. So, price is definitely an issue here, right? That's your conversation. Price will never be an issue if they're not motivated. If they don't know where the hell they're going. So when we do sell your house, where are you moving? I don't know. Maybe a smaller house. Okay, which neighborhood? Doesn't really matter. Okay, well, are you going to stay in the same area or outside? Honestly, it doesn't matter. My kids live up north. Maybe I'll go up north. Maybe I'll go to Laval. And if I don't really get my price, maybe I won't. Really, do you want to go on that appointment?
No.
Is there any chance? It's going to be an uphill battle. And guess what? You're going to lose. You can't win that fight. An unmotivated seller is the best soldier to kick your ass. He has nothing to lose. Think about it. You know, back in World War I, Americans were scared of who? They were scared of the Japanese or the Germans. Who were they most scared of?
World War One.
Two. I said one. Sorry, 2. The Japanese. Why?
No.
Because their will to fight was unbeatable. The Germans, they had a better machine. They had better systems. They had a better army. Okay, much more equipped, much better equipped than the Japanese. But the Japanese had one thing: they had the will. They had the will to fight until the end. They were willing to die for their country. They were willing to take that plane and just hit it right into the boat. They were scared of them. Do you guys know, and if you guys like history a little bit, go back to World War II, and there's a reason why they unfortunately used atomic bombs on Japan. It's because they would never surrender. Think of that Japanese soldier. He's your unmotivated seller. He's going to win. I'm telling you, he's going to win. You will lose. Unless you have a nuclear bomb and you want to nuke him, he's going to win. I'm telling you that. Remember that analogy that I just gave you. You want to know how motivated they are. You want to have that conversation. If you don't have the right conversation, guys, you will lose. You'll waste your time. You will go there. You'll be all prepared, beautiful smile, nicely dressed, all still but they're not motivated. You're not going anywhere. They're not going to sign at your price. They're going to, if you do sign, they're going to sign at their commission, their price, and you will never sell that property. Now, how can you cash a check of an unsold property?
You can.
They look the same. Same size, same look, same amount. One of them the bank does take, and the other one the bank does not take. The imaginary one. The one you will never sell. If they are not motivated, cancel the damn contract if you have one.
It's going to
Move
cost
on.
you a check.
I'm sorry?
It's going to cost
It's
you.
going to cost you. Okay? So, when they are motivated, the close is easy. When they're not motivated, there's nothing to do. You can never, ever, ever beat them. Get that game. Ever. Forget it. Okay? So I'm seeing any questions here online. Motivated, unmotivated. Correct? Yes. Okay. So let's practice. Who has pen? Who has a pen with them? You guys all have a pen? All have a pen? Take a pen. Take your pen. Anybody has 2 pens? I want one too. Anybody has an extra pen? Okay. So, guys, look at me, all of you. Here, let's practice. Pen. I see you. Like that. Guys, look at me. No.
Yeah.
Pen. Like this, in front. Yes, pen. Where's your pen? Okay, I see it.
The ink
Pen,
works.
pen, smile.
See-through pen.
Okay, look
the
at
ink
this.
is
Smile.
good.
Smile. Smile. I want to see teeth. Smile. Like this. Shake your head. Like this. We just signed the contract.
We just signed the contract.
So let's do it again. We have to start all over again. So smile. Smile. Online, I can't see you. Okay, thank you. But hopefully I'll see you. Smile. I'm looking at you. Okay, smile. Would you sign the contract, please? Oh, hold on. I'll count to 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, all together. 1, 2, 3.
Would you sign the contract, please?
Good, good. Let's do it again.
Would you sign the contract, please?
Where's your pen? We got to start all over. Her pen was down. Start all over. See? I'm checking like this. You're giving the pen. You're giving it. You have to sign it. Okay? Smile. Will you sign
Would
the
you sign the
contract?
contract, please?
All because of her, we got to do it again. Smile, pen. Svetlana, don't put everybody in trouble. Smile. I'm looking. Okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
Would you sign the contract, please?
Again.
Would you sign the contract, please?
Bigger smile. Okay, keep going. It's okay. I like her smile. Keep
Would
going.
you sign the contract?
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Would you sign the contract, please? Would you sign the contract, please? Would you sign the contract, please?
Anybody feels chest pain? Are you guys gonna die? Is it hard?
No.
Are you feeling comfortable? Is it complicated? That's a closing. That's it. Now, let me tell you the biggest mistake that you guys do right after you ask that question. You start talking. You open your mouth. I didn't swear, but it was there. You guys heard it, right? Don't ever speak after asking a question. Once you ask a question, learn one thing. Shut up. Now, how easy is that for salespeople?
Very hard.
We're on a roll, baby.
Will you sign a contract, please? Well, if you don't feel like signing it now, I could think, if you have any questions. Shut up! Shut up! So I was there at a listing presentation with one of you guys a few years back. She's one of the good agents today. At that time, she was good. She was still good, but she needed some help. And I was there, and I said to her, I said, now she's expressive, quadruply, like very expressive. Okay, and I told her, I said, you're going, and you shut up. She says, what do you mean? I said, you shut up. So what if you ask me a question? You smile, answer the question, and shut up. Okay, I'm gonna do that. You know who it is, right?
I think so.
Okay. So what the old crew. So I'm sitting there, I'm asking questions, he's answering. And at one point she opened her, I just saw the mouth, she didn't say nothing yet. It's just she was breathing. Kicked her. She did like this. Twice it happened. They asked her a question. When he asked her a question, I started kicking. Remember, answer the freaking question and shut up. Guys, the biggest mistake you could do is ask a question and do what? Talk or answer the damn question. Sometimes you answer the question. So where do you need to move to? Oh, you said to Toronto, right? Is that where? You ask the question, shut up and listen. Okay. Toronto. Oh, okay. What part of Toronto you want to go to? Was it Toronto or was it? Just shut up. And I'm telling you, if you guys learn how to ask a question and shut your mouth, something will happen. The first one that talks
Loses the deal.
loses. So when you talk, you lose. When they talk, they lose. That's a conversation. That's how it always happens. So when you have something to ask a person, you go ahead and ask it, smile, and wait for the answer. Have you noticed how many questions I've asked you so far? Do you know why?
because you are the one who win, right?
Did I talk? She did. Okay, so remember that. The more you talk, the less you make. The less you talk, the more you make. Remember that. Okay, it's a rule. So, now let me ask you guys something. Let me ask you guys a real honest question. So, how many of you, when you're going on an appointment, you are convinced they will sign? So, when you have a doubt, so when you have a doubt, what happens?
Translates into
You lost already.
You've lost already.
Don't
The
even-
minute you have a doubt, they smell it. They know it. Your fear, they know your fear. Remember this, they ask you to go to their house for a reason, guys. They ask you to get to the, not because they want to see your face. Trust me, not because they seen your sign with your dog. That's not why they called you. Yeah. Okay, somebody's laughing, knows the joke. Thank you.
Yeah, he was there.
Yes.
Big Mike's up.
Okay. They don't care about your damn dog. They want one thing. What do they want?
Sell.
They want to find the person that can do what? Sell their house. Are they looking for a real estate agent? They're looking for a salesman or a saleswoman. They don't care that our name is called real estate broker. They don't give a shit about that. What do they care about? Can this human being sell the house? If yes, at what price and how and when? These are the three questions they want. Can you do it? What's the price and when is it going to be done? That's all they want from you. And you go on and talk and talk, and they don't need all that crap. They don't need to know that you've been in business for 72 years. They don't care that you sold 732 homes in the past 2 weeks. They care about one thing. Can he do it or she do it? How much and when? Anything else, honestly? They care about your marketing strategy and how many open houses you're going to do and who you're going to call and how you're going to process. They don't give a about it. They care about three things. Can this man, this woman, that person in front of me, does he have the skills to sell? You're starting off with a yes because you have your license. They expect you to be a salesperson. So that one is already sold. They know that. You're getting into their house. Trust me, they're not asking you to go to their house for after dinner or before dinner because they want to see your face. They're tired from their day. They have their kids. They just want you in and out. Can she do it? What's the price? When is it going to be done? That's it. So don't make it too complicated. 1, 2, assume that you're going to do it. Assume that you will sell that home. If you believe you're not going to sell that home, guess what's going to happen? Do your affirmations right before. My affirmations were simple, 3 things. I'm going to list this home. I'm going to list it at the right price and get it sold. I'm going to list this home. I'm going to sell it at the right price and I'm going to get it sold. I'm going to list this home at the right price and get it sold. I'm going to list this home at the right price. I'm walking in, I'm already done. My mindset is so much there. I so much believe it. I've said it so many times that I know deep inside, I'm going to list that home at the right price and sell it. Am I going to sell it at the wrong price?
No.
Am I going to list it at and not sell it? No. All 3 things. I'm going to do all 3 things. I'm going to list this house at the right price and sell it. List it, price it, 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 sell it. I have to believe that when I go in. The minute I go in not believing that, guess what happens? They know you're not going to sell it. They know you can't list it. And they know you're not good at pricing. The minute you have no confidence in yourself, they feel it, they know it. Okay, this is, look guys, let me explain to you something. Earlier, I had a meeting with 3 beautiful people, and I told them how much skills you need to be a selling agent. Open the door, smile. Go ahead and see the property, sir, ma'am. If you have any questions, let me know. Walk out. Would you like to make an offer? No. Okay, great. What did you like and what you did not like from the house? I like that it was big, but not enough rooms. Great. The next one we're going to see is more rooms. Size is good? Yeah. Area is good? Yeah. So if it had more rooms, would you buy it? Oh yeah, if they had an extra room. Okay, great. So what am I going to search for the next one?
So many more rooms.
Do I need more skills than that? Honestly. I could give this to my 12-year-old Ryan nephew. Tell him, listen, dude, this is your job. He's going to be able to do it. There's no skills. To list a property, does it require skills? A lot or a little bit? A little bit or a lot? Are you going to learn it in 24 hours? In a year? No, it's going to take years. Okay? But you need to want to learn these skills. If you don't want to learn these skills, you will not be taught those skills and you will never be good at it. Ever. Okay? So one of the skills that you really need to master is what's going on in your mind. The assumption that they will list with you. How do you get to that type of confidence? How do you get to the confidence of they're going to list at the right price and I'm going to sell it? How do you get to that? I've told you. So, no, you don't need all that crap.
It's mindset.
5 elements. Did you pre-qualify them? Are they serious about selling? Where are they moving to? You see, a lot of you guys sometimes come to me with a problem. Fadi, I have this seller, he's this, or Fadi, I have this seller, he's that. I ask you the first question, you start answering, I say, no, be the seller, answer me as if the seller was answering. I ask you the first question, sometimes you know the answer. When I get to the second or third, forget it. You guys don't even know what the hell's going on in the mind of your own seller. I start asking you questions, and I figure out you don't even know your seller. If you don't know your seller, how could you understand his motivation? Remember that, guys. How can you get the seller to dance with you if you don't know the dance? You need to know how to dance with it. You need to understand what's his needs, where he's going, why is he going there, who is he going with? Are they married or are they divorcing? Is the kids going with the mom or with the dad? Or are they going to stay close or are they going a little far? Is it custody sharing or not? Guys, the more you know, the more you can have a conversation. The less you know, the more you're assuming. And when you're assuming, guess what happens? You make mistakes.
Like an ass interview.
Thank you. Yes, that's a good one. Okay? So always remember that, guys. Always remember that you need to know your clients. You need to know them, not to know them as a person. Okay, cool. If you want to know them as a person, that's fine. But if you are a business person, your lawyer doesn't know you as a person. He may, if he's been your lawyer for the past 20 years, most likely he knows stuff about you, personal. If he's been your notary for so many years, maybe. If he's been your dentist for so many years, maybe. But in reality, if I need a dentist, I don't need them to know me. What do I need to know? I need to know that he's licensed. Is he licensed from Quebec? Yeah, okay, good. What else do I really need, honestly? Like if I don't know the guy or the girl, what do I really need to know? I'm hoping that he's licensed and I'm hoping somebody checked on him. And I'll decide after if I want to go back to him or not, or her. Correct? Same thing for an agent. They expect you to know how to do your job because you are licensed to do your job. You don't need to sell them on knowing how to do your job. They need to know that you are going to do your job. Now, if I were to go to 3 different dentists and ask them all kinds of questions, maybe one of them I'll feel that his or she is better than the other 2 guys. I may know that. Okay? And that's where it comes to. Now, let me ask you something. Which dentist do I want? Honestly, think about it. I'm going to 3 dentists. One of them doesn't stop talking. Real estate agent, most likely that was his job before. The other one is boring. And the other one has a nice smile. He says, hey, you had some questions for me, go ahead. Well, what do you do in this case? Well, in this case, I would do A, B, and C. Okay, well, why would you do C? Well, C would do me this and that. Which one would you take? You want the professional one. You want the one that just is a clown and talks a lot? No. You want the one that's dry and boring? No. Or maybe just one in and out. It's possible. You want the one that you feel more comfortable with. That's what they're doing when they're interviewing you. They're not expecting you not to know how to do your job. They know you know how to do your job. You work for a company that's going to check your work anyways. Don't worry about that. What they're looking for is, will that person be able to sell my property? And if the answer is yes, what's the price? And when? Okay? So, a great appointment is when you are going on that appointment knowingly that they will sign. How do you know that? How do you know they will sign? So what is the first question in the pre-qualification?
Everything makes sense.
When we meet tonight,
At 6. Let me ask you honestly. Who has a hard time with this one? Please be honest. Don't be shy. Who has an honest hard time to ask that first question? None of you?
As the opening question, yes.
The opening
As the
question.
first
As the
question.
opening
I'll
question.
ask
As the
you.
opening question. No. The opening question. So you both have a hard time with it?
As the opening question.
As the
I
opening
feel like it's
question.
very direct, but you want it to be, but yeah, I feel like it comes.
I'll ask it later.
Okay. Who else has a problem? And it's okay, guys, if you have. You have. I knew I was looking at you. I'm like, okay, when's she going to raise her hand? No, but it's okay. Guys, it's okay. You need to understand that it's normal. It's a question that, look, when I started real estate, when Mike Ferry organization started coaching me and telling me to do that, you know how many times I used to not do it? All the time. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to ask that question. Like, it's so
Why would you
direct.
not use the open direct?
That's how I
As the
felt.
opening-
And what I realized it is the most important question to ask first. And I'll tell you guys something, okay? So the question is this, as you guys know. So when we meet tonight at 6, if what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that it's, that's your home, would you list it tonight at 6 when we see each other, right? That's the question. So what are the 3 options that they have? What are the 3 answers that they'll give?
Yes, no, maybe.
Yes, no, maybe. So then you go on to the next question. I never went on, well, now I don't go on to the next, well, now I don't sell homes anymore, but at the time when I was selling homes at high volume, I would never stop at that. If they say yes, I say, great. What made you choose me? Because I'm already chosen. What made you, 5 of you, you sold our home 2 years ago, or you came very highly recommended. I need to know how convinced they are by saying, are they just saying yes to shut me up?
Could be.
Could be. Oh, no. If they say no, I say, well, that's very honest of you. Thank you very much. Can I ask you what you are looking for in order to take a decision tonight?
Yeah.
Well, I'm never going to take a decision. There's no way, Fadi, I'm signing anything tonight.
Yeah.
Well, that's honest. At least I have an honest answer. And we'll get to that. I'll tell you how to say it. Or there's the maybe. Now, the maybe and the no have the same response for you. The maybe and the no have exactly the same response for you. Okay? Well, there's always no problem. Okay? But I say, well, I totally understand that. It's a big decision. Can you tell me what are the 3 qualities you're looking for in an agent? So if they say no, or if they say maybe, my next question, and it's not in your script, guys, I'm just teaching you that stuff. So write it down. Write it down. Okay? Write it down. You're going to need it. What are the 3, do I say what are the things you're looking for? What are the 3 things you are looking for in a real estate agent? And then you pause and you say, oh, wait a minute, let me write them down. So who wants to role play this with me? So what are the 3 things you are looking for in an agent?
Well, I need somebody that can sell my house.
Okay, great. Let me write that down. So we're selling her house. Okay, yes, Mrs. Samantha. What's the second thing you're looking for?
I want my price.
She definitely wants her price. Okay,
And I wanna move out by July.
and she wants to move out by July. Okay, so let me ask you a question, Samantha. Listen to this. Listen very carefully, guys. So if you felt comfortable that I can sell your home, right, because that's what you're looking for, and we can agree on a price, and also I can demonstrate to you how I can get you into your new home in July, would you sign the contract with me tonight at 6?
Well, I mean, I'll have to see.
Now,
I'll
she
have
went
to
from
check.
maybe a no to a maybe, right? What do I know? What is my uphill battle with her when I'm gonna go? I already know what I need to work on. Those 3 things. If I don't ask the question, how the hell am I gonna know? How will I know? Think about it, guys. You'll never know if you don't ask, and it has to be the first one. Because, guys, think about it. She already told you it's about price, and guess what? Isn't there a question about price? Okay? Question number 7 is about price. I know them by heart. So you guys need to understand that if you're going on an appointment and you've set yourself up for success, guess what's going to happen? Success. Success. Why? Because you've set it up. We already talked. We know it's about price. And guess what's my next one? So what is the price you wouldn't go under?
That's why I want you to come and see me and come with us.
Exactly. So you know what? It makes a lot of sense. So as a professional agent, you know, ma'am, that I visit homes and sell homes every single day. So, you know, I want to make sure that I would be able to sell your home. So my next question to you is, which price wouldn't you go below?
Well, I would not go below 1.4.
1.4, real, that's your bottom
Yeah,
line. Okay.
But
makes
I know
sense.
my neighbor, he sold for 1.8, so.
So your chances are that we're going to sell it at 1.4, correct? That's how you feel?
Yeah,
Okay, so that would be your bottom price, correct?
yeah.
Okay, all right, good. Now what do I know? I know what her bottom price is. I know she needs to move by July. And I know that I have to be the right agent for her. Now, if 1.4 makes sense, would July make sense theoretically?
Yeah.
I think so, right? So if it's worth 1.4 and you list it at 1.4, I think we're good. Now, what's left?
You.
Me. You understand? Now, her house is not worth 1.4. I look around. She said her neighbor sold at 1.8. Yes, it was 1.5 times the size.
Had a pool.
She had a pool, indoor and outdoor, 5 spas. Yeah,
Triple
all right.
garage.
So not the same product. Now you do your pre-qual too, guys. You don't go there. You never go there unless her number and my number are the same. If they don't match, I'm not going. I will never go if she asking a maximum of 5% above what it's worth. So if it's worth 1 million, I'll list it for 1,050,000. She wants 1.4. Next, buy. I'm not wasting my time. She tells me 1.1. I could still negotiate that extra 50,000 when I'm face to face with her. She wants 1.25. I'm not going. Because the next question is this. The pre-qual question number 2 is this. So, Mrs. Samantha, when we spoke a little bit earlier, you told me, you know, that you wanted 1.4 million. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct.
So let me ask you, did you do any major renovations in the house? Did you add square footage to the house that I'm unaware of?
I didn't add no square footage,
Okay.
of course not, but we remodeled the kitchen,
Okay.
bed, and the bathroom.
All right.
So yeah, we put some money into the house.
Because I was looking at properties around your house and they're selling for about $1,050,000. So I was wondering, what made such a big difference between your house and all the neighbors that have been selling at about $1 million? What's the major difference between yours and theirs?
The money we put inside, so you
Oh.
really have to come.
I
see
really,
it.
really have to
Yeah,
see it,
you
right?
really have to
So
see
I have a question for you. So if nobody would offer you more than $1 million, would you still sell your house and move in July to Toronto?
I haven't thought of that.
Well, I'm asking you the question because it's something we'll have to think about.
Yeah, I don't think so. I
Okay.
really need my price to
Fair
go.
enough. Fair enough. And if
Yeah.
nobody in the next 5 years offers you more or gets to the price that you want, what is your plan? What are you planning on doing? Keeping the house and maybe renting in Toronto? Would that be an option for you?
No, I don't want to rent.
You don't want to rent?
No.
So can you afford a second home in Toronto?
Probably
Probably not. So you really have to sell this home.
not. I do. Yeah.
Okay. And if nobody offers you more than $1 million or $1,050,000, would you still consider selling your home and moving to Toronto, or would you rather stay in Montreal?
You want me to answer?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I really have to sell because I have to move.
Okay. So you will sell at whatever price or the best price that you can get within the next month or two, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that's $1 million or $1,050,000, you would be okay with that? I hope I can get you more, but would you be okay with that?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you.
And if she's not, you don't go.
I'm not gonna go.
If I say no, what are you saying?
I'm not going.
Are you telling me, okay, Miss Samantha?
Yeah, I'm gonna say,
coming?
Mrs. Samantha,
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, I
cancel
can,
the
you want me to, you want me to show
Yes.
you? You want me to show you how to cancel? Mrs. Samantha, what you want, I will never be able to get you. There's no way for me to get you $1.4 million in today's market when houses like yours are selling for $1 million.
I haven't
I'm
seen the
gonna
house.
wish you best of luck. Ma'am, I've asked you, if you have the square footage, there's something I could do, but if it's the same square footage as what I see in front of me, that's what it's worth. You said to me earlier that I'm the professional, right?
Right.
I'm telling you, that's what it's worth.
Right.
Will I go, guys? I won't.
You think you go and then you show her the comparable in front of her, she sees it.
You know why you do that? Let me ask you something. How many times did you go on a listing presentation when they told you they want $400,000 more and were able or accepted to reduce it by $500,000?
But that's a big difference. 400,000.
That's what I said. If she would have said 1.1, I would have said, okay. But 1.4, there's no way I'm going there. I'm not gonna waste my time. Now, your question is very valid, Maggie, very valid. You know why you go on these appointments? You know why you go on these appointments?
You're afraid to answer.
Go ahead. Please, let her answer.
Because I believe because they have how to say, they are not like us, they're not professional like us. They think their house is worth that much. But if I show them the proof is there,
How many times were you able to convince somebody because of your damn proofs?
they happen.
Yeah? They
Yeah,
reduced
that's
300,000-400,000?
No, not 300-400.
I'm talking about this case.
Okay, this
I'm
case,
not
yeah.
talking about 50,000 on $1 million.
Okay, so more than 10%.
I said,
okay.
10%. No, okay, like what, 1.2?
Let's see what-
Let's say 1.2.
No,
Would that be a number that you would work with?
I'm saying that if the price, let's say within 10% range or a little bit more than 10%, I won't go.
I said 10%. It's worth $1 million. I'm willing to go at $1 million.
Not for this one.
She
Yeah,
wants
not for-
1.4.
not for
So I'm
400.
asking you, what's the number that you feel comfortable with? I told you mine. What's yours?
Now it's 10%.
Then I said in the beginning, 10% I would go.
Yeah.
Anything above 10, I will not go. Especially when I do the pre-qual to, especially when I say to her, if there's no way for you, miss, to sell this house in the next 3-4 months and move to Toronto, what would you do? I need to move. Okay. If you need to move, then that's the price. Are you willing to consider that price? But you haven't seen my home. I should have give you that crap. You think they don't give it? They always give it. Well, obviously I'm gonna see it. And if I think it's worth more, I want you to get more because when you get more, I get paid more. But do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? Or do you want me to say to you the truth?
What you want.
You want me to tell you what you want to hear or you want me to say the truth? Okay, great. So the truth is right now, properties that are similar to yours are selling for $1 million to $1,050,000. That's the truth.
Anyway, the more confident you are, the more they're gonna believe you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, how are you
Makes
confident?
sense, yeah.
When you learn what? When you learn what to say. When you learn what to ask as questions. And how do you get to that? The reason why you would go on a listing appointment of more than 10% is because you're not having enough what? Listing appointments. Because when you have enough, you don't care. I told you guys, I used to book 6 appointments per day. Do you think I would go on all 6? I would choose 1. Maybe 2. I would never go on 4. The other 4 or 5, I would throw them in garbage. I would cancel them. Just like I could just cancel that appointment. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'll never be able to help you. Have a nice day. Click. Sometimes they call me back.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, sometimes they
Someone
do.
like me, I would respect the fact
Yeah.
that you told me the truth,
Yeah.
not what I wanna
Yeah.
hear.
Sometimes they call you back. I'm not kidding. These ones, they do call you back. So what did you say, Fadi? Really, it's impossible to get 1.4? No, man. It's not possible to get more than maybe 1 million, maybe 1,050,000. Are we okay with this? Well, come over. Now we're having another conversation. That's confidence. 1.4, yeah, looking for 1.4, no problem. You'll never sell it. Okay, good. Okay. Now, what did I say about the dentist? Remember I said one of them has a beautiful smile, answers your question. Remember this. I'm gonna want you to write 3 things, and put. You know what? I'm gonna make it super fun for you. So put a bar in the middle of your page, and on one side I want you to write the word attitude. Attitude. No. I said line. I never asked for why. I said 1 line. I didn't say 2 lines. Remove that line. Okay, start all over. 1 line like this. Not like this. Like this. Okay, attitude. Write the word attitude. On the right-hand side, write attitude. Second word, enthusiasm. And the third word, beneath each other, beneath each other, beneath each other. Beneath. No lines, beneath. Okay. Attitude, beneath it. Enthusiasm, beneath it, confidence. On the other side, on the left side, write knowing your scripts. Okay, so let me tell you guys something. If you have a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of confidence, and a great attitude, it beats knowing your scripts. How much I tell you about learning your scripts? A lot, right? But what beats it?
Attitude, enthusiasm, confidence.
Absolutely. If you have those, even if you don't know what the hell you're saying, you get a better chance of listing. And I'll tell you the proof of that. Most of the agents that start off in this business go and get 2-3 clients right away, right? Why? Because they're excited. Oh my gosh, I just got my list today. Right? Now, how long does that last? A year. After you're like, oh, fuck, I gotta do that again. Oh my God, I gotta get. Oh, okay, so remember that. Okay, remember your first year. Imagine this guy doing a presentation to you now, and you're like this, saying, you have to write the things. You would be bored, you'd be sleeping. All of you are having fun, you're laughing. Why? It's because I put energy into the conversation, put energy into the training, put enthusiasm in it. There's confidence. When you ask me a question, I know how to answer it. That's confidence, right? Do I come in with an attitude of, oh, I'm not sure these guys will? I come in knowingly that all of you will do exactly. And at the end, I hope anybody would do anything. Okay? But I start with the idea that you guys will do everything I teach you. Why? Because if I don't have that attitude, it's going to show. And if I was boring, you would sleep. Iris was almost sleeping. I woke her up a few times.
I never.
No, but I see your eyes. I know you see from behind, but I see.
She hasn't slept in 3 days.
I don't care. She's here. She's in my class. She's not allowed to sleep. Okay? And she's playing with her phone over there. She thinks I don't see her. I do. Blondie, talking to you. Turn it on. There's nothing important. I'm important. Turn it around. Turn. Thank you. That's confidence. You guys have to have all these 3. If you don't have confidence in yourself, You have a boring attitude?
Then,
What are the odds that you're ever going to list anything? Zero. Nada. You could know your script by heart and be the best at knowing your script. And you have no mistakes and perfect technical person. Boring, boring, boring. They will not sign with you. But if you actually know everything, if you actually imagine, if you know both, if you have the attitude, the energy, the confidence, and you have the knowledge, and you have the skills, you're unbeatable. Who's going to beat you at this listing presentation? They're going to look at it. Really? We had that monkey come over before. Look at that beautiful smile we have. Look at that one. Look at that beautiful smile, a beautiful smile. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you guys, but it's true. I'll tell you guys a real thing that happened to me. I know it's gonna happen to you, and it happened to me many times, but that one was funny. It's just, So I'm learning the Mike Ferry system, and my coach, Larry at the time, says, Fadi, you gotta be enthusiastic, smiling. I didn't know my script. It was 2011, 12 actually, was my first coach. I didn't know the script. I didn't know what the hell to say. But I did have the enthusiasm. And so came in to the house, beautiful sunny day, top down, come out with my little suitcase, all that shit. There was no electronic signatures at the time, it was real papers. So I was walking in, knock on the door, beautiful smile, coming in, nicely dressed. And I listed the property in no time. And before I walked out, I asked them, I said, Mr. and Mrs., I didn't say their name. I said, can I ask you why you chose me? They said, my gosh, the minute you walked out of your car, we knew you were the right agent. It's just the attitude, the confidence, the smile. Guys, remember that. That beats technical anytime. Don't overthink this. Go in with that. Now, obviously, the more, if you know your scripts on top of it, you're a killing machine. There's no way for them to list with anybody else. There's no way. Because not only you're charming, beautiful, handsome, well-dressed, well-groomed, knowledgeable, and you know your script. Come here, come back, I saw you. Okay. So I'm done with this. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Yes.
Yes.
Go back to the pre-qualification.
Yes.
They say you're okay with the price, now you gotta work on being the right agent. What would be the next question? So you can zero in on how you're the right agent.
Quality.
Let's say you have 3 cents, right? You said July, the problem, the price, let's say you got the price, and now you wanna make sure what you're gonna do to be the right agent in her eyes. So what would be the questions?
Oh, okay, very good. Now I understand your question. So you want to guess what she wants in a good agent? Well, you could ask the question.
Yeah, July, you got it, the price you got it?
Yeah, what is a good agent? So yeah, very good question. I mean, yeah, I could have asked that question also.
But you did know, what are the 3 qualities you're looking for?
No, what are the 3 things you're looking for in an agent?
Yeah.
Not the qualities, but he's saying other than because she said, I want a very good agent, and I want to sell it at my price, whatever that is, and I want to be out by July. So he's saying, how do you know, or what are the questions? So you basically, if you want, and by the way, that's a great question. If you want to dig a little bit more, I would have said, great, Samantha. Now, can you elaborate on what are the 3 qualities that you're looking for in an agent? Right? Because she told me price. Huh? What are the 3 qualities you're looking for in an agent? I want him to be honest. I want him this. I want him to contact me every week. I want him to, whatever these questions are. Amazing question. Very good.
Understand the needs.
Absolutely.
Like
The more you
understand my needs,
guys,
like
the more, and that's one question. Look how many other questions it creates. So guys, understand this. The more you understand her situation, the more tools you have in your toolbox. A plumber that goes to see the problem, can he fix the problem without tools? If he goes in with two pieces of tools, can he fix it? Maybe. Maybe not. And if he can fix it, is he going to fix it the right way with just these 2 tools? Most likely not. But if he had a whole boxes of tools, has a truck with it of tools, what are the odds that he's going to come in and say, oh, okay, oh, that needs whatever, 2 minutes. Well, brings in 3-4 items, tuck, 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 tuck. $500 later, he's done. And then you got the other guy who said to you it's $500, but he's going back and forth, nothing here, shit, he has to go buy the machine. That's you. on a listing presentation, unprepared. Yes,
All right, so this happened to me twice. Go in with confidence, enthusiasm, what have you, great attitude.
okay.
And I go in.
Was it that attitude?
Nice.
That's wrong. Sorry, right now.
Just a question. Was it
And-
that one, Ben?
And the
Yeah,
seller,
smart right away.
and the seller tells me, she goes, well, they tell me, they're like 6%, you know?
Yeah.
'Cause that's where we start, right?
Yeah,
We start
correct,
high
yeah.
and then we negotiate.
Did you send the VIP package before?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And they just won't negotiate.
Okay, so let me ask you something.
They're kind of like
What is
waiting
it?
for
Hold
me to
on.
negotiate against myself.
So hold on.
So I'm trying to have a conversation.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
So I asked you. So what is the objection handler you used for the commission?
Well, they just said 6%. I go, well, it's my time. It's the value of my time.
Hold on, they just said 6%?
Yeah.
Okay, say it to me. I thought it was more complicated than that. Go ahead.
Right now.
Go ahead.
6%, c'est plus que les autres.
Ben, je peux aller plus haut.
My wife tells me it's not.
What does that do?
So,
Just slow down everything. And then I'll say this. Non, on va faire un roleplay. Tu viens de me dire 6%, ben je peux aller plus haut.
oui, mais après ça,
Tu
j'ai
viens de
dit.
partir, arrive. Ah, mais t'as dit quelque chose.
Oui,
As-tu posé
après,
des questions?
oui, après ça,
Ok, vas-y, fais-le avec
Non,
moi.
mais après ça, j'ai fait l'affaire de Larry. J'ai dit, well, my wife tells me I'm not charging enough for all the work that I do.
Funny.
And she's like dead eyes, you know? I'm like,
She's just staring at you?
oh yeah, it was a bad night at Yucca.
Okay, so you see, you said, okay, so look,
So
see
I
how
don't
I
know,
said
like
it?
intonation
No, okay,
or whatever,
okay.
but
Okay,
I was,
hold
it
on,
was
hold
very
on.
personal,
Hold on.
everything.
Did you notice when I said I can go higher, everybody laughed? Why?
Because you're Fadi Kaouk.
No,
Of course
it's
you
the
can
way-
go higher.
it's
Delivery.
He said it. Go ahead. The tonality.
But-
I made it as a joke. So now let me continue this because I don't
Go.
stop there.
Go.
I can go higher is not a question. I told you shut your mouth after what? A question. Was that a question?
No.
That was a comment. I gave him a comment. So I'd say, let me ask you this.
Mm.
Honestly, Mrs. and Mr. Sally.
Yeah.
How about if I work for free? Would you accept me to work for free? Look at me. You want to role play this? Let's role play it. Let's
Well, these words proprios.
Dude, I don't care. Let's go.
Oui, c'est, ça me sauverait de l'argent.
Ça vous sauverait de l'argent? D'accord. Je vais vous garantir une chose. Si je ne vends pas votre maison, vous n'allez rien me payer.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Tout ce que nous avons besoin de faire, c'est de signer le contrat. But this is
Yeah.
an objection handler that's in your book.
No.
But you need to practice it.
Yes.
Now, did you know, hold on, did you know, Ben, did you know before going there, did you know that the commission will be a problem?
So they gave us, so she mentioned that there would be a preview window to preview all the CMAs that she get. And, well, this is one of them. And she would be rendering her judgment on the day after.
So basically,
So
you
she
went there
agreed.
for no reason.
Well, so
But it's okay. I mean, it's okay to practice. It's fine.
well, I have to, yeah, that's
It's okay. It's practice.
too.
By the way, guys, go on all the appointments.
Yeah.
Because you're going to screw up, but
Yeah.
you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you learn
And
from
you can
this?
share stories.
So what did you learn from this, Ben?
That this type of situation with Brebrio is not ideal.
It's not true, by the way. They sign at 6. A lot of them.
No, but I mean like having like the preview window with 8.
I'll preview window.
Yeah.
What is the preview window? Just
Well, they're like, okay, we're interviewing for the next 2 days, and we're gonna give an answer on Monday or whatever.
So let me ask you honestly, did you pre-qualify these people before you went on?
But not
Did you-
entirely.
So you didn't pre-qualify.
Not
Did you
entirely.
send your VIP package in advance?
Yes.
When they received it, did you call back and confirm that they received it?
Yes.
Did you ask them if they've read it? Keep going. You're gonna
Half the
see a lot
time.
of. You're
Half
gonna
the
see
time.
there was a half an engine
Yeah.
with 2 pistons.
Yeah.
There's no gas in the car, and the transmission is broken. Let's keep going. You're never gonna drive.
You gotta practice.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to say to you.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not criticizing him.
No,
Guys,
no,
you
it's
gotta
fine.
understand.
I don't mind putting
No,
myself.
no,
out there.
but Ben, you have. I want them to learn from that experience.
Exactly. That's why
You
I'm
see,
sharing.
guys, there's elements missing.
Yeah.
And that's what it creates. Now, if you would have asked them, did you go ahead and read the documents? Would they not have seen that 6%?
Yeah.
Do you think they would have not told you? They would have said, hey, oh,
Slow that engine.
slow that engine, dude, they're 6%. John here is taking 0.5%.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash my car every weekend.
And he's gonna wash, not only my car, he's gonna
He's
wash a lot of
paid
other
for it.
stuff, my dog, like, dude, that's what you gotta understand. You gotta know who they are.
Yeah.
And the way to know who they are is you ask a lot of what? If you don't ask the right questions, you're never gonna know them. So I'm not criticizing you.
No, that's
I'm just basically showing you why there was all these gaps.
Yeah.
Now, was it a fun experience?
Yeah, of
You
course.
just learned something.
Yeah, of course.
Did you try to follow your script?
Yes.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
that was a
I
practice.
printed it out. I was going.
I
through it.
would consider
And then they
that
always
seller
interrupted
a
me.
practice, a role play partner.
Absolutely.
Use them as a role. But what did you learn from it?
Well, she used to work in politics. And I got my ass
I
handed to me.
not her. I don't care about her. What did you learn from
What
this?
did I learn?
Was
I
that-
gotta go through the scripts. I gotta do every step for sure.
Pre-qualified.
Guys, every single step. There's not one step that you could miss. The more
Right,
steps you miss, the better chances you have of screwing up.
You know what I compared it to after? It's like making my bread. You know, if I skip a step, I get flat
It's not
bread.
gonna work.
It's not edible.
It's not gonna work, guys.
It's like
It's
a
not gonna-
recipe.
It is a recipe.
Yeah.
The recipe is simple, 5 steps. It's
Yeah.
not 4.5, it's not 3, it's not whatever, it's 5 and more. Like you can add to that. You can
Yeah,
add
yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
more
yeah.
questions, but these
Personally,
are the 5 minimum.
Yeah.
This is a Honda Civic. You want a Ferrari, ask more questions. Yeah, sorry, I'll go with
Yeah,
it. Then you-
So let's say during the pre-qual, you
Yeah.
find out that commission is a problem, and then you're probably, or I ask you, would you say la commission est basée sur les 3 aspects suivants?
Non, on parle pas de commission. Là, ils sont pas en train de te dire, viens pas à cause de la commission. Là, ils t'ont compris, ils viennent me dire, 6%, c'est un petit peu élevé, là. Je suis habitué de payer 4. Pas de problème, madame. La commission, c'est un problème pour vous? Oui, oui, oui. Ça va être la première conversation qu'on va avoir en entrant chez vous. D'accord? C'est tout. What do you need to learn?
And what if they tell you, no, don't even bother coming at that commission?
Okay, so let me ask you. No problem, no, you said, give me a second. So what commission would you pay? Well, what's the commission you're expecting to pay?
Oh, typically the Duproprio brokers, they offer me 3 to 4%.
Okay, great. So we'll talk about this the first minute I come in. That's the conversation we're gonna have about the 3-4%. Okay, fair enough. Good.
Fadi,
Hold on. Why can't
It's a
you?
better answer.
It's much better answer.
Fadi,
But
when you answer
wait.
them-
There was hands.
Yeah, the question?
Yes.
Okay, so do you still do the pre-qualification, let's say, if they wanna meet a couple of brokers like throughout the weekend, and then they're gonna decide who they wanna list with, it's a FISBO. It's a real thing, so this weekend, I have an appointment, but do I still call to pre-qualify in the morning before my appointment?
Okay,
Because now
which
you're
part
gonna
of the
have
5
other.
steps is not clear?
No, you're right, it's, okay, fine. So
Thank
you
you.
pre-qualify everybody.
Every-
And their dog.
And their dog. And their
mother.
mother and their dog and their cat and if they have a horse, go ahead, anything.
But their first question, if you're gonna say, if everything I say today makes sense to you and you feel comfortable and confident I can sell a home for you, are you ready to sign? Then they're gonna be like, well, I'm gonna see the other brokers too, and then,
What's
I'm
my
gonna
next
say,
question?
well, what
I
are you
just
looking
taught you.
for in a broker?
What are the 3 qualities you're looking for in a broker?
Okay.
Then
I
after
asked
that,
them
you
on
can
the
ask
phone,
more. You
actually.
can
I
say,
asked them
what
on
are
the
the
phone.
3 things you would like to know about your property? Ask them, ask. I said to you, the Honda is the basics. That's a Honda Civic. Want a Ferrari? Ask more questions.
I
Cost
asked them
more.
on the question, on the phone, like before, like it was yesterday I booked it. And I said, I'm like, okay, well, you're gonna see other brokers, or what are you looking for in a
Yeah,
broker?
that's the next
What's the
question. Who are you
quality?
interviewing?
Yeah, and he said, well, I want to feel the connection between
Absolutely.
the broker, because it's a teamwork at the end, and he's like, I wanna, see what exactly you're gonna do to sell my property.
There you go,
Okay,
so many
okay,
answers,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
So you want to see what are the things I'm gonna do to sell your property, right?
Yeah.
What are the 3 things you would like to see?
So I like, again, minimize
Ask
it
more,
so it's
ask
like-
more questions. Look,
Mhm.
you want to differentiate yourself from the other guy? Ask a lot of questions. Good questions. Okay, you'll have a better chance. That's
I
right.
think what you meant, sorry, can I interrupt? I think you meant, will they pick you before
You
the
need to
other
go.
people? That's what you want to find out, right?
No, because I know
You
he
need
wanted,
to go.
they wanted
Yeah.
to do a broker, that's what he told me.
If you are a
I
finalist,
was looking at my time, sorry.
that's why if it was you and you know they're meeting the other people, you want them to pick you, right? So
Absolutely.
you want to zero in before?
I want to zero in as much, I want to know everything. I want to know the color of their, not gonna get into it.
But would you?
I want to know everything.
Underwear.
Usually usually in that
I
case,
didn't have to say.
usually in that case, would you ask to be the last agent they meet or the first
I don't care,
agent?
I don't
Doesn't
care.
matter.
See, me, Fadi, I don't care, I'm going in
No,
on
not
this
you,
side.
Fadi, me,
100
Samantha.
people answered the survey.
So a lot of people say the last or the first, or,
Might not
okay,
make
so I'm
it.
gonna tell you, Samantha, which one would you take?
Me, I usually ask to be the last.
Great, what if I come before you?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
That's the impression, I think. The other ones won't do all.
You don't know who's gonna come, whoa, what if I do come before her? What are the odds?
You
I'm just saying, they take the 3-4 people coming after me, calling them one by one. Samantha, you don't need to show up, but if you have a buyer, I've already signed the contract.
How do you
Like,
set them- how do
I'm
you
just
set them
moving
up-
on, I'm not
How do
even.
you set them up that they might sound, this guy sounds like maybe they're right guy.
So if I really want them, so one of the things that I've learned is people generally, not all the time, but generally respect their words. So I would ask,
Yeah.
and I would say, so let me ask you this, Mr. Costa. You're gonna see 4 people, right? Including me, you wanna see me? But you will not take any decisions tonight,
Not
correct?
everything decision.
So can you promise me one thing? Can you promise me you will not sign any contract tonight? Not just for me, but for everybody else. Yeah, you give me your word?
Yeah.
You're not gonna call me after and say, look, Fadi, I've chosen another agent?
No, see,
Ever?
everybody and their wife are gonna think about it.
Yeah, Costa, it's never gonna happen?
That's usually what I do.
Yeah, but don't do that. That's exception to the rule. I never go there. Like, that's really,
Okay.
you don't need to get there. If you actually do what you need to do, they'll sign. If they like you and if what you're saying makes sense and they feel comfortable with you, they'll sign. And you know why they won't sign? They won't sign because they have 3 other agents they're gonna meet after. But you know how you diffuse that?
How?
So, Mrs. Samantha, I know you're meeting with Costa after me, and he's an amazing person, and I know him personally. You know what I do? I'm gonna call him and give him the first choice to visit the property with his first buyers. And I'll take care of it. You don't need to call him. I'll call him.
How do you know who's the next?
I'll ask her. Because she said she wants, but she's scared.
Okay, so
You
I
know,
have
she
a
promised
question.
Costa. Well,
She's
guess what? I'll break the promise.
amiable.
I'll break
Yeah.
the promise, not her.
If then, Fadi, if you tell them that, okay, Costa is a fantastic broker.
I didn't say fantastic.
You said he's a great broker.
Yeah, he's a very good
right?
agent.
Okay, so then in that case, what if the seller said, well, then there should be worth also being interviewed, like they're worth.
Really? Do you think they're gonna go that far? Oh, they'll never go that
I don't
far.
give a shit.
She's already made up her mind. When I'm at that point,
Yeah,
she's
they
already
already
made up
do.
her mind.
It's just they feel bad to call the other
Exactly.
broker.
They don't wanna call and be
Yeah.
the rude person
Yeah.
saying, well, by the way.
It's just polite.
It's
Sign
an
the
feels bad, but if you
contract.
tell them you'll call for it. they'll
I'll
do it.
call her.
It's a
You know what?
driving-
I like Costa. He's a good guy. I'll call him. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. It happens. It happened to me in the past. And you know what? I brought the buyer for him. He likes me. Don't worry about it. Next.
We're used to it.
Move on. Move on. I've done that with your old boss. By the way. You know?
You just asked him a question when about the commission. You said, Mr. Seller, may I ask you, how about I do it for free? Where it goes?
Okay.
Where it leads?
Where it leads to?
Yeah.
Well, let's finish it.
Yeah, I like
So, Iris, let me ask you something. If I were to work for completely free, would you hire me?
Oh, I'm glad to hear about that. Very interesting.
Okay, so let me say something to you. If I don't sell your home, I guarantee you I will not charge you a single penny. Hold on. If you don't get exactly what you want in your pocket, you won't have to accept any offers. I will make sure,
That happens to every broker. If you don't sell, of course you don't get paid.
correct.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something.
No.
Does every broker guarantee you you'll get exactly what you want in your pocket?
How you get it?
Well, I'm the best negotiator. That's why you're gonna hire me.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yes.
How you are better than the
Yeah.
other
Well, I mean,
brokers
look,
from
let
negotiation.
me ask you something. When you ask that question to any other agent, what do they say to you?
I didn't ask them yet. I
Okay.
didn't meet them yet. You are
Well,
the first one, yeah.
I'm the first one. Oh my gosh, so I should be the last one too.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get this home sold. What is the most important for you is to have that amount in your pocket, correct?
Absolutely.
I'll make sure that you have that and more. Is that okay?
Yeah, that
Sign the
sounds
contract.
interesting. Okay.
Guys, it's always the same conversations. Confidence, she gives me an objection, I answer the objection, move on to the next. I'm not gonna waste my time on this. Is there a way for her to sign accepted if she's not 100% happy? When it's gonna get to the end, now if she really pushes it, I'll say, Mrs. Iris, when it comes to the end, and I'm unable to get you what you want, we'll renegotiate my commission. How about that?
Yeah, usually. that
What
works.
happens? Really?
Yeah, forget about it.
They're forgot already about it the minute you're out of the house.
Yeah.
Like
So what
one
you
time out
said,
of 100.
If as the, and, what you see, that's the test?
Record me, guys. Okay, so if I don't give you exactly what you want at the end, if you don't, if you do not, if I cannot get you exactly what you want at the end, we'll renegotiate my commission.
Do you really go down the line?
They forgot the minute I walk
That's
out.
another thing.
Forget about it.
The minute I'm out of the door, they already sold their house and they're moving. They forgot. Now, if it happens, did it ever happen? Yeah, I've renegotiated a bit. Not much. Half a point.
One
here,
time, times.
a little gift from here, there. Okay. Somebody wants to talk to you.
Thank you.
Come on in. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Looks like you guys had a great session. I only caught the end. I'm gonna take 2 minutes of your time. Most of you I know, few of you I don't know. My name is Sabrina. I'm in charge of the services department here at RLPDQ. And today we're just gonna take 2 minutes to make sure that everybody has met Genie Texto. Is there anybody, or let me ask quick hands, who has tried Genie Texto?
And I even showed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna pass this around. Unfortunately, at the moment, it is for future members, but hopefully that will be in your near future. And what it basically is there's a QR code that you can save the contact. So if you haven't saved it already, something to look forward to.
Samantha already signed with us.
You signed with us, so then you can scan ahead. So what is Genie Texto?
So
Genie
scan it.
Texto is an AI chatbot who is now a part of our team. And basically, you can ask Genie Texto 24/7 questions related.
Can I send it in the group? Sorry, I want to send the number in the group. What is it? It's
77
1-877.
5
Yeah, it's close.
1-888, sorry, 1-888.
It's 1-888.
1-888, 775
775
8411.
8411. Thank you.
And if you do have that email, you just click the first picture of Genie, a QR contact card will open on your phone. And all you have to do is save. That's the one.
Let me save it.
So please do save it, because in the middle of the night when nobody's awake and you need help, Genie Texto is awake. So basically, Genie Texto can be asked questions related to contracts. You forget how to do an Annex R. You have to right away find a way to solve this problem. You text Genie Texto. Genie Texto
Adi will not answer.
will shoot you back not just a video link, but your checklist as well. So you have questions on contracts. You have questions on services. You want to know where to go and purchase a broker load? You can ask Genie Texto. Qui fait quoi? Who does what? You want to know what everybody in the office does? Genie Texto can help you with that as well. And last but not least, qu'est-ce qui se passe? What's going on? Are there trainings? Are there events? Genie Texto can help you with that. So we are in the beta phase. There will be improvements coming through. If you hit a glitch, don't panic. Let us know. But in most
Email
cases,
service just to tell them what glitch you found, because we're here to test it and improve on it.
a lot of functionality in there. So if you haven't saved the QR code, we'll put up these in the office as well. Please tell your friends, brokers to make sure they save the QR code as well.
Best.
You didn't fix it. Did you say that?
You better, Shula.
I'll tell you.
Shula never has to call me again ever. That's cool.
You're welcome. Thank you guys
Sundays,
for
every
your
time she's gonna text me, there's an auto response. 1-888-775-8411. Text your question.
I'm sending it.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.